Hey everyone, welcome to 59 Tops Friday presented by Wax Pack Wisdom, where we talk baseball history through the cards we love. My name is Jake T. O'Donnell. We built the iconic 1959 Topps baseball set, and in this series we're going through every card to talk about the players, teams, and people who made up Major League Baseball in 1959. Today, we'll cover cards 278 through 285 in the set. Card number 278 belongs to Chuck Essegian of the St. Louis Cardinals. 1959 was his second major league season. Essegian was born in Boston but grew up on the West Coast and attended Stanford, where in addition to baseball, he was a star linebacker on the football team. He chose to play baseball professionally after school, and after several minor league seasons, he debuted with the Phillies in 1958. As a big leaguer in the regular season, Essegian had a nondescript career over 6 seasons as an outfielder with the Phillies, Cardinals, Dodgers, Orioles, Athletics, and Indians. His most memorable experience in the majors came in 1959 with the Dodgers. Acquired midseason, he became a trusted pinch hitter for Walter Alston as the Dodgers made their pennant push. The Dodgers won the NL pennant, and Alston called on Essegian down a run late in Game 2 of the World Series. He smacked a homer off Bob Shaw of the White Sox to tie the game, which the Dodgers later won. In Game 6, Essegian smacked another pinch hit homer, setting a record for the most pinch hit home runs in the World Series that he held alone for 16 years. Essegian played a year in Japan after MLB and later became an attorney. As of this recording, Essegian is 92 years old and turns 93 in August of 2024. Card number 279 belongs to Ernie Johnson Sr. of the Baltimore Orioles. 1959 was his 9th and last season in the majors. A righty pitcher born in Vermont who served in the Marines in World War II, Johnson spent the first 8 years of his career with the Braves franchise, first in Boston, then in Milwaukee. Johnson made a few starts, but spent most of his career in the bullpen. In total, Johnson pitched in 574 and 2/3 innings, with a 40-23 win-loss record and a 3.77 ERA. Johnson was outstanding for the Braves in the 1957 World Series, allowing 1 run in 7 relief innings while striking out 8 as the Braves took home the title. Johnson struggled the following year and finished his career after 1959 with the Orioles. Johnson took an interest in broadcasting, and he would spend over 30 years calling Braves games, often with a national TV audience on TBS. Upon his passing in 2011, one tribute to Johnson beautifully stated, quote, "When you heard Ernie Johnson do a game, it was like summertime would never end," close quote. Johnson's son, also named Ernie, followed his father into broadcasting, and in addition to calling baseball, he's best known for his many years as the host of Inside the NBA for Turner Broadcasting. Card number 280 belongs to Frank Bolling of the Detroit Tigers. 1959 was Bolling's 5th MLB season. A native of Mobile, Alabama, Bolling was an all-around solid second baseman who split his 12-year MLB career evenly between the Tigers and the Braves. He played over 1,500 career games with a .254 average and 106 home runs. Bolling won the Gold Glove for his prowess at second base in 1958 and made both NL All-Star squads in 1961 and 1962. Bolling briefly played alongside his brother Milt for Detroit in 1958, making them one of the only brotherly Keystone combinations in the history of MLB. Hank Aaron Stadium in Mobile, formerly a minor league stadium, resides on a street called Bolling Brothers Boulevard, named for Frank and Milt Bolling. Card number 281 belongs to Walt Craddock of the Kansas City Athletics. Craddock did not appear in MLB in 1959, but he did play for the A's in 1955, 56, and 58. In 1957, Craddock led the International League in wins with 18 while playing for Buffalo. In a brief MLB career, the West Virginia native Craddock tossed 61 innings with a 6.49 ERA. He did not notch a big league victory, but had 7 losses. Craddock pitched a couple of minor league seasons with the Reds organization after he last pitched in MLB. One of those seasons was spent on an International League team in Havana that was forced to relocate to Jersey City, New Jersey, amidst the revolution in Cuba. Card number 282 belongs to R.C. Stevens of the Pittsburgh Pirates. 1959 was Stevens' second year in the big leagues. Stevens played for the Pirates and Senators as a first baseman. He was one of the first major league players to throw left and bat right-handed. Stevens played baseball, basketball, and football in high school, and after graduation, he went into construction work. His high school coach contacted him about trying out for the Pirates, which led to him signing with the Pirates just before the 1952 season. Stevens' time in the minor leagues was filled with racial strife, and at times he found himself as the only black player on teams. And sadly, he regularly encountered racial epithets from fans, and being denied accommodations while traveling with teams. Stevens spent many years in the minor leagues with the Pirates organization before making his major league debut in 1958. He was later traded to the Senators in 1960. He was the first player to pinch hit in modern Senators history. Stevens had a lifetime batting average of .210 with 8 homers and 21 RBI. He committed only 2 errors in 426 total chances. On August 25, 2003, Stevens joined Buck O'Neill, Monty Irvin, and Art Pennington as Augustana College in Rock Island, Illinois paid tribute to the Negro Leagues. Stevens died in 2010 at the age of 76. Card number 283 belongs to Russ Heeman of the Cleveland Indians. Heeman did not play in the big leagues in 1959. This was his rookie card. Heeman initially signed with the White Sox in 1952, working his way through their farm system, before being traded to the Orioles. Heeman was collateral, so to speak, after the White Sox traded 3 players with the Orioles in exchange for 3 other players in 1958. When the Orioles discovered that one of the players they traded for was suffering from a slipped disc, the White Sox were ordered to send either $20,000 or a comparable player to the Orioles, which led to Heeman being traded. Heeman pitched part of the season as a reliever with Baltimore before being traded to the Angels. He would make his way back down to the minor leagues, ending his major league career with a 2.70 ERA over 20 innings. Heeman was a right-handed pitcher, and he would only play in the big leagues for 1 year with the Indians and Angels. As of this recording, Heeman is 91 years old and will be 92 in February of 2025. Card number 284 belongs to Steve Korchek of the Washington Senators. 1959 was Korchek's 4th and final year in the big leagues. Korchek was a catcher who appeared in 4 major league seasons exclusively for the Senators. He joined the Senators from George Washington University, where he was a baseball and football star. In 1954, he was drafted into the NFL, ultimately choosing baseball over football. Korchek's major league time was interrupted by military service. Over the course of his career, Korchek had a .159 batting average with 23 hits, including 6 doubles and a triple. He would serve as George Washington's head baseball coach while earning his master's and Doctor of Education degrees. Then, Korchek served as the president of State College of Florida, Manatee, Sarasota for 17 years. In 1993, he received a Distinguished Alumni Achievement Award from George Washington University and was inducted into their Athletic Hall of Fame in 1975. Korchek died in 2016 at the age of 84. Card number 285 belongs to Joe Cunningham of the St. Louis Cardinals. 1959 was Cunningham's 5th year in the big leagues. Cunningham was a first baseman and right fielder who spread his time in the majors between the Cardinals, White Sox, and Senators. He was signed by the Cardinals in 1949, and he played 4 seasons in their minor league system before his career was interrupted by military service. He made his major league debut in 1954. The 1959 season with the Cardinals was arguably his best. He led the National League in on-base percentage at .453 and batted .345, finishing second only to Hank Aaron. He was selected for both All-Star games that year. Although Cunningham would go on to have other successful seasons, he would never fully recover from a broken collarbone in 1963. He would play his final Major League game in 1966. He finished his 12-year Major League career with a .291 batting average and 64 homers and 436 RBI. Cunningham was a fan favorite for his hustle and his jovial personality. Following his baseball career, he would work for the Cardinals organization at multiple levels, including managing in the farm system, working in sales, organizing community outreach, and coaching for the Cardinals in 1982. Cunningham would organize St. Louis community nights with the Cardinals and arranged for some high school games to be played at Busch Stadium. In 2015, the Cardinals dedicated a section of their stadium as Cunningham Corner, in recognition of his work and dedication to the organization. One of Cunningham's sons, Joe Cunningham III, played minor league baseball from 1984 to 1988 and also worked in the Cardinals organization as a batting instructor and farm system coach. The elder Joe Cunningham died in 2021 at the age of 89. That's going to do it for this edition of 59 Tops Friday on Wax Pack Wisdom. Today's episode was written by Abby O'Donnell and Jake T. O'Donnell. Do you have a story about one of the people, players, or teams we discussed today? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our Wax Pack Wisdom content. In the video description, you'll find our source material for this episode, links to where you can follow us on all social media channels, as well as a list of our favorite nonprofits and charities. Please consider a donation to one of them if you enjoyed this content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Wax Pack Wisdom. Take care.